Right. So, hi, this is an episode of Spiritual Calling, and I have my good friend here, Catrina Slade.
Hi, everyone.
And she has also a podcast and a YouTube channel, Be the Change.
Yes.
And I'll leave that below in the comments, in the notes, or whatever that little box at the bottom of the video is
Yes.
called. So, this one, I haven't done a video in a long time. I really hate talking to a camera, so I prefer talking to someone.
Yes.
And so finally, I have someone here that we can talk to. So the topic that I really wanted to look at is, how do you know when you become more aware? You know, and we talked a little bit about that yesterday, about, when, you can't take everybody with you.
Right.
Sometimes when we get to a new level in our lives, we have to leave certain people behind.
We do.
And it's happened to me a few times, but that's the price of growth.
Yes. And I know that's exactly what we talked about yesterday. That we actually know when we're growing is when we realize there are certain things that are not acceptable anymore. That things that we probably would have tolerated in the past. When you get to that space of awareness and awakening and enlightenment, you realize that there are certain things that are not feasible for you anymore.
Yeah,
not that they should have been
healthy.
Exactly, emotionally healthy. And then that doesn't make someone a good or bad person. It just means that because of where you are going and that level you're moving to, certain people can't follow you, or you cannot take those people with you. And it's okay.
And I've dragged people.
Me too.
Like, you come with me.
Yes.
Even though, it's they don't want to go.
Yes.
But because I valued that friendship and I enjoyed, some of the things that we did, that I thought that they'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I will go on a spiritual retreat with you. They were like, I asked them, they're like, no, that's not my thing. And then I had to remember that this was my going to the club friend.
Right. You have to put people in specific buckets. I'll say buckets.
Exactly. Yep. And this was the going to the club bucket.
Right.
And I used to love going to the club, but as the church, and my spirituality was something that was more important to me, came to the forefront.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more of that. So I would invite friends that I thought would be interested in maybe attending a spiritual retreat. And they were like, what are you doing? Yeah. And they really thought that it was a phase and, or whatever. So for me, I was disappointed.
Right.
Well,
and I would say sometimes we are disappointed because we expect people to be in the same place that we are.
Exactly.
And that's not the case, because we have that. We have a big heart. So when you have that big heart, when you get to that place where you're like, oh man, I've learned something. I want to share this with other people. And you expect them to be in that same space mentally.
Right.
And they're not. So it becomes frustrating because you're, again, trying to drag people along because you've seen the light, but they haven't seen the light yet.
Right.
So they don't understand what you're seeing, what you're wanting to share with them. So
you have to let them go.
You have to let them go. You have to prune away certain things that are not good for you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially.
Yeah.
It encompasses all.
And it encompasses all. And I was accused of being a bad friend.
Of course.
Because I'm not communicating like I used to communicate.
Right.
Because, you're going out with them and you're hanging out and you're doing all the things that you used to do. And then you decide that you don't want to do that anymore.
Correct.
They, your phone, you stop calling. I mean, you stop calling because the things that they want to talk about, you don't want to talk about.
Absolutely.
So, they're like, well, I haven't talked to you in so long. How you been? What's going on? And I begin to see that, okay, what you're talking about, I'm not even in that frame of mind
Exactly.
anymore.
Yeah. It's a shift in your thinking.
Right. Exactly.
And your level of conversation changes.
It does.
Yeah. Because those things are no longer you're interested in. You're going to this next level, and there's certain conversations that you're not interested in having. You want to talk about other things that are conducive to your growth.
Right.
But some people are stuck or stagnant, and they want you to stay in that space.
Right. Exactly.
But you can't.
They're like, what the hell are you doing?
Right. It's like,
what are you doing in terms of, because for me it was like, okay, now you some God freak or, you are saved now,
sure.
or something. And there's different concepts and ideas about what it means to be saved.
Right.
And so, I still have a drink.
Yes.
I still enjoy. I don't mind going to the club, but I don't go nowhere as often as I used to go.
Absolutely.
So, so those conversations change, and I felt better, not talking about, calling, answering the phone.
Yeah, so, entertaining those things that you don't need to entertain.
I stopped entertaining it, and I got, on being a bad friend. And then if you haven't, I hadn't, really tackled that before. So I'm like, I've been a bad friend.
You start questioning yourself, and you're like, could I have done this better? Or what did I do wrong? Did I say this wrong? But in actuality, you are growing.
Right, exactly.
And some people can't handle you growing.
No.
So they'll make you feel guilty about the level you're moving to, because they're not in that same space. One thing I read years ago was T.D. Jakes.
Okay.
And he talked about being a giraffe and being a turtle.
Okay.
And he said, if you are a giraffe, you can see things so much further in your future than a turtle can. The turtle can only see ground level.
Right.
But when you're growing spiritually and mentally and emotionally, you become a giraffe.
Right.
You can't make yourself a turtle anymore.
You can't go back.
You can't go back
Once you know what you know.
Once you know you're a giraffe, don't be a turtle.
Right. You can't be a turtle.
You can't.
Unless you want to go around like this all the time.
Or break your neck to go down to that level. So you don't want to do that. So you have to embrace where you are and wish other people well.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I had to do. I had to wish the individuals well. And, I'm like, don't feel like my phone is off, or they wanted to, get to a place where they were like, okay, I want to know more about, unity or the things that I'm interested in. Yeah. Then they're more than welcome to be a part of that. But
absolutely,
like you said, I'm no longer willing to entertain certain conversations any longer. And even if I'm accused of being a bad friend, then fine. I'm fine with that. As long as I know that, I know I'm not.
But you know who you are.
I know who I am.
Yeah. Exactly. Once you know who you are, people can say the things about you that they want to say to make you feel bad about who you are. But once you are in that space and you're comfortable in your own skin, you can just brush it off because you know who you are.
Right. Exactly. So, and that's where I'm at. I'm at a place where I'm not as frustrated anymore about when friendships begin to end for whatever reasons. In this case, me saying that I'm more concerned about what's next and moving to the next level. Right. And if the person not willing to go along with me in terms of wanting to step it up and move to that next level, then that's okay. That's fine. And, I'm not a bad friend, and I don't consider them to be a bad friend. It's just that's where they are.
That's where they are.
And you have to leave some people simply where they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's sad in some cases, but, I did had another thought, another conversation that we'll have another time about putting yourself first. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And maybe we'll do that another time. But I really began understanding when you put yourself first, and then when people are sort of taking you off of that road, that it's a distraction. It's a distraction. Yeah. But if you haven't put yourself first yet, then you will allow that to be a distraction.
Absolutely. And not putting yourself first makes you boundaryless. we all have to have boundaries.
Right.
Because when you don't have any boundaries, you put everybody before you, before your own needs, desires, what is even best for you. So we'll talk about boundaries in another segment. Yeah, because that's huge.
You do boundaries, and you have to do regrets.
Yeah.
Because
you do.
Because I've wanted to do everything for everybody.
Right.
And you want to be that basically that
savior. We only have one savior.
Yeah, it's only one.
Yeah.
And what happens is once you do all that for everybody else, and then when you need that help, you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And then the regret come in.
Yeah. It's a lot of regret because you end up giving 85% to everybody else, and you're taking the other 15%.
Right.
When it actually should be shifted around.
Right.
It's okay to be selfless, but you never be so selfless that you lose who you are.
Right.
You lose self.
You lose self. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you have to shift those percentages and give yourself 85 first, and then the other 15 where it should go.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and I like the analogy of whatever's in the cup is mine, and what runs over is I can help other people with.
Absolutely. Love it. Yep, I absolutely love it.
So I think the lesson that I got from all of that is you're not a bad friend when you have to move on and leave people where they are.
Yes.
You just have to be willing to make peace with it in your own mind, because maybe they won't make peace with it. They're like still mad.
Yeah, but then that's something that they have to work through.
Right.
You can't help them with that.
They have to work through that.
Absolutely.
So I did want to talk about this event that we have coming up in a couple of weeks. December 14th, we're going to have a vision board party.
Yes.
We do this. Last year we did it in
February. Yeah.
I do know there's a I think the 2nd February of the month, or I think it's the 1st or 2nd. I think it's the 2nd. Is Vision Board Day.
Oh, I think it's in January. January 11th, maybe.
Okay,
something
maybe.
Like that.
I think it's like
we'll find out.
Yeah, and but we're gonna have hours earlier because we want to sort of plan.
Yes.
The before the new year starts, about what agenda, what goals do you have?
Yeah.
And we want to do this quarterly, but we want to definitely do it in December.
Yes.
And basically, if you don't know what a vision board party is, what a vision board party is when people get together, a group of friends or even strangers get together, and they take a board. And I think I have one. I'll put an image up of a vision board.
Yeah.
But and you take cutouts. You take words or a poem or an image, and you put it on your little board.
Yeah.
And it is a symbol of what you want to manifest in your life for the upcoming year.
Yes.
And you have a really good story about your vision board.
Yeah. We completed we did our first party was February 9th of this year, 2019. And it was a huge success. Basically, what we did was we brought a lot of old magazines, current magazines. We had computers if you wanted to print something out that you wanted to put on your board. And anything that you have in your heart's desires that you want it manifested in the year, things you want, goals, accomplishments, whatever it is in your heart that you wanted to see manifested, you would put it on your vision board. And we were did some research, and basically you have your vision board somewhere visible that you see it every day, and it gives you a reminder of those things that you need to work towards achieving. And as David said, a few things that were on my board in February, they've already manifested just by me praying and meditating over them on a daily basis
and working towards
those goals. And it's been an amazing journey. So we are looking to have this party again in December 14th. And we're hoping that we can get a good group of people that's interested in just working this thing out for a wonderful and phenomenal, prosperous 2020.
And what I really like is the idea of throughout the year having these meetups, even if they're online to say, hey, where are you in the process of your, of your goals?
We have to hold each other accountable.
Exactly.
We keep each other on track.
It keeps you focused.
That focus is important.
And so to me, I like that idea. So so definitely I'll leave a link to the location of where we're going to have our December 14th event. Okay. And also, if we figured it out yet, how to contact us if you want to meet on the I'm not sure what software is out, the Skype or something.
Yeah, or Zoom. Yeah,
and
we'll figure that out. Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
And I will go into another event we're going to have in this video is already 15 minutes. But we have another event coming in March 14th. 14th is another number.
Yeah.
And it keeps showing up.
Yeah.
But March 14th, I'm excited about our first event that we're going to have some guest presenters come and talk about spirituality, health, oneness, and wealth.
Yes.
And each presenter will talk about one or two of those things or all of those things, and how can we put those things into practice. I love reading about spirituality, and it really fills my intellectual, senses, but also it has to be applicable, and you have to find a way to make it applicable to your life.
Absolutely.
And that's what this event's going to be about. So subscribe to my channel, Spiritual Calling, and find out more about that. Also subscribe to Be the Change.
Yes.
And I'll definitely leave Catrina's link to her YouTube channel as well.
Thank you.
So thank you. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Okay. So that was fun. That was so much easier